Hey guys, Chris and PJ here live in the Dream Giveaway Garage.
Hello everyone.
PJ, this is so exciting. I'm standing right in front of Studio A. And on Friday, Mr. B from Kentucky will be here, and he's going to get the keys, the titles, and some surprise gifts to both of these Mustangs. The Mach 1 Mustangs. Of course, this giveaway has ended, and you can see that the Dream Giveaway Garage team is already setting up the stage. So it's a little bit early, but tomorrow they're going to be setting up audio. You're going to be helping with that.
Yep.
And Friday at noon, we're going to have two Mustang clubs here. We'll have the Sun State Mustang Club, that's here in Florida, and the Tampa Mustang Club, which of course is in Florida, on the other side of the bridge. So they'll be here. We're going to have all these people here to congratulate the winner, Mr. B from Kentucky, and he is flying in Thursday night.
Yep.
And I just got a call from the transporter. As soon as the awards ceremony ends, they're prepared to get this 69 Mach 1 onto the enclosed transport for him and back to his home in Kentucky. And you already know this. We've talked about it. You know what he's doing with that 2021?
Driving it back.
He's driving it back. It's been a while since someone has picked up the keys and driven a car home from the Dream Giveaway Garage. Usually they get transported. In fact, our last winner to do so was the CTSV winner a few months ago.
Absolutely, but he was pretty close to where we are.
Yeah, and you know, Nathan Higgins, didn't he drive the Ultimate Fun Haver back home from that show in New Jersey?
Yeah, we had it up in New Jersey.
Yeah, so I know Nathan drove that home as well. So guys, remember, when you win a Dream Giveaway grand prize vehicle, it's your choice how you get those vehicles home. You can drive it home. You can, you know, offer to put PJ up for the night and have him drive it home for you. I'm kidding on that one. Or you can use a transporter to get those vehicles back to you.
John says finally came able to be with you on a live Northwest Michigan here.
Oh yeah, and that's so much fun. And today is Taillight Tuesday, so in honor of us giving away the two Mach 1s on Friday, I'm going to start with showing off the taillight on the 69 Mach 1, and then we're going to walk on over to that Boss 302. That's the star of the current Mustang Dream Giveaway, and we're going to take a look at those taillights, and we're going to see, are they similar or are they different? We'll find out in a minute.
Michael wants to know who won the Porsche.
We don't know yet. So we will know on that. What's the pull date on that? April 14?
Yeah, next Thursday or something like that?
Yeah, or the Thursday after. In fact, I think it's right before Easter we pull that. So it's a week from Thursday.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
There you go. So Michael, that answers that question. We'll know when you know. You'll know when we know. That's what I meant to say. And let's walk back here. So first we're going to show the taillights on the Mach 1. Very classic on it.
Which Mach 1?
On the 69 Mach 1. Does that make that a Mach 2?
Oh.
Maybe it makes it a Mach 1 also. There we go. So very iconic here. You've got three taillights on each side with chrome surround on them. And for comparison, we'll show what Ford did on the new Mach 1. They also used three on each side. But remember, chrome got really, really pricey, and I think that's the primary reason that the automotive industry doesn't use it anymore, because it was cost prohibitive. But again, you've got three on each side.
Are those separate lights? Is it just one big?
No, it's one big cluster. It's one big cluster.
But you can get, there are grooves here, so there
are grooves. Yeah, so it looks like three separate lights, but no, this whole thing comes out as one piece, as an assembly, not as individual pieces.
And the striping is around it?
The striping is around it. That's correct.
Not like the striping is on the 69.
Yeah, different on the 69. And also, I believe that those are sequential. So if you hit the right hand or the left hand turn, you get 1, 2, and 3 going.
Or these all light up at the same time?
These all light up at the same time. That's correct. And I like chrome, but you know, that's me. Okay, now we're going to walk to the 1970. Who says they're exactly the same? Who says they're different? What do you guys think?
I can't even remember being back there. I got to say that they're completely different.
Let's go and look. 1 year apart. Let's see what the difference is. Let's see. Are they the same or are they different? You're going to find out in a second. They're entirely different. Entirely different. Excuse me, guys.
There's still 3.
Well, there's still 3,
There's no
yeah.
chrome.
But listen, if you had 3 giraffes and you had 3 leopards, are they the same? No. It means the quantity is the same. But you're right. They stayed with a 3 or a triple light setup. But on these, they're inset, or they're offset if you prefer, so that these go in. You see how my hand can go in there? Whereas on the 69, they jut out from the rear tail panel, whereas here they go into that rear tail
Yeah, there's
panel.
a lip there
Yep.
that you can go all the way
You
in.
can see the lip, much different. And it's blacked out on this 70, at least on this Mach 1 that it is.
No chrome. Or is that
No chrome.
painted chrome?
No, it's blacked out. I don't think it's painted chrome. I think that's the way they did it from the factory. It doesn't feel like chrome to me, PJ. So there you go. 70 taillights on the Mustang, at least on the Boss 302, are different than the 1969 Mustang Mach 1.
Rex
There you
says
go. Come on
a
back over
biker
here, guys.
friend of him told him, "Chrome don't get you home."
Well, you
A
know,
lot of chrome on bikes.
yeah, that's right. And this one, of course, 4-speed car. We've talked a little bit about this fantastic car.
Chris, how did they go from the Mach 1 in 69
Yeah.
to the Boss 302 in 70?
Oh, that's a great story. So remember that the Mach 1 was a term used for the speed of sound. And it wasn't really, even though that term was coined by, I believe, a Swiss scientist back in the 20s, it really wasn't popularized until the 1960s when United States Air Force jet pilots were able to reach in excess of Mach 1 with their fighter jets. So as soon as that became a popular culture term, Ford thought that it would be great to name a Mustang the Mach 1, you know, a Mustang that can compete at the speed of sound. Of course, the speed of sound is what, 670 miles per hour? One of you physics people, you can correct me on this. But it's a whole lot faster than the speedometer on either of these Mustangs, but still a real cool name. And remember, back in the 1960s, many of the terms used on the vehicles, not just from Ford, but from General Motors and Dodge, borrowed not only from our Air Force terms, but also from our NASA space terms. That's why you would get like turbojet, all right, or turbo fire. Very much, automobiles were borrowing from avionics at that time. Now the Boss 302, who is the boss? Bunky Knudsen. The same guy who took the suspenders off of the Pontiacs in the 1950s and told Pontiac engineers he wanted to go racing and really set up the golden age for Pontiac, including the muscle car era, and hired John DeLorean as an engineer. That Bunky Knudsen then went to work for Ford in the 1960s after he left General Motors, after a little spat with one of the other higher-ups at General Motors. And so he was the CEO at Ford, and he was the boss. And Bunky, he took his same playbook. He said, guys, we want to go racing. And the big race at the time was the Trans Am Series, not the Trans Am car, but the Trans Am Series. And so Bunky led his team, including Larry Shinoda, who helped design the 63 split-window Corvette. He had Larry Shinoda design the Boss 302. 302 referred to the displacement of the V8 engine, 302 cubic inches, which had a limit to race in the Trans Am Series. I think you could only have like 305 cubes or less. So they came up with 302. But the name Boss came from Bunky Knudsen, who was the highest up person at Ford Motor Company at the time.
Did Ford get rid of the Mach 1 in 1970?
No. Mach 1, hold on. Mach 1, I believe that you could get in 71 and 72. Someone might want to look that up for me.
So Ford had both of these things running at the same time?
Both of these running at the same time. That's correct. So in 1970, you could get either a Boss 302 or a Mach 1 Mustang. Now here's the thing though. The Boss 302 only came with the 302 engine. There's another car called the Boss 429, which was available in 1969 with a huge 429 Hemi head engine. But that's a whole other story, PJ.
Speaking of a whole other story, Benji says, I like the lights on the lights on the Porsche. If I'm the lucky, a lot of people are going to be seeing them on the track.
Yeah, there you go, Benji. I like the way that you're thinking there. Again, we'll call that winner in a couple of weeks. Hope that it's you, or you, or you. That's right. All right, so
Mike Brown, does the rear seat in the 70 Boss 302 fold down?
well, that's excellent. So the question is it a rear folding seat in the 70 Boss 302? I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know the answer to that. No, I don't think so. Not on this one. I believe that it's a factory option, and I don't believe that that factory option was selected on this particular Mustang. But yes, it is available on a Mustang from that era. So that's an excellent question. Notice that difference in the hoods too, PJ?
Yes.
So this
Not
part,
much different.
No, the peak is the same. But now here's what's really interesting. The Boss 302 could be ordered with or without a shaker scoop. And the original owner of this 70 Boss ordered it without the shaker scoop, without the ram air. The Mach 1, as far as I know, you had to get the shaker scoop.
Now, the Boss only has a pair of headlights.
That's correct.
One pair of headlights.
Does not have the extra fog lights. That's correct. The Mach 1 had the extra fog lights. And look what happens to the Mustang on the front here, PJ. It's offset.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas on the 70 car,
the badging
on it, the emblem, there it's center stage on that grille. And here's the other thing to notice. Look at the grille itself in 1969 versus 1970. Look at the width of the slats, PJ.
They're very close by. I don't know if you
They're very close to each other. Now look on the 1970.
Much farther away.
Much farther away. That's correct. So they are longer slats on the grille in 1970. And remember, back in the day, there would be design changes nearly every year on a vehicle.
And that has nothing to do with aerodynamics or anything like this. It's just probably design elements.
Just a design element. That's correct. They always wanted the freshest looking. And remember, you wanted, back in those days when you bought a new car, what was the average term when you financed it? Does anybody know the answer to this question? The most common finance length back in the late 60s on a vehicle. It's easy to guess, guys.
Length, you mean?
Huh?
Did you say length?
Length. How long was your car loaned for?
5 years, I'm assuming?
No.
3 years.
3 years. Excellent answer.
Wow.
3 years. Now, the average, so every 3 years you pay off that car loan, you wanted something fresh, right? These days, what's the average term on a car loan?
I don't even want to know.
6 years? 7 years, right?
Yeah,
72 months. So that's why they expect people to keep the cars for longer lengths of time. But also remember that the warranties were much shorter in those days. And I'm kind of going off onto a different subject. But these cars came with a 12-month, you got to remember, 12-month or 12,000 miles. Now, something like the Mach 1, what, 4 years, 48,000 miles, bumper to bumper. Plus the powertrain, like a Kia, 100,000 miles on a Kia, right? Amazing. So, back to styling, the turnover of people's vehicles was much faster. Could happen every year, could happen every 3 years. Now that turnover is much longer in duration. Might happen every 5 years, every 6 years, maybe even every 10 years. But there you go. What do you guys have for me out there? What are you doing today? You enjoying springtime?
I think so, because Tim wants to know, where are those sexy Blackwing lights?
Blackwing is over in the back by some top secret stuff, so I can't show the Blackwing today.
And Lexi wants to know, did we line up all the Mopars for her?
I think we did. Let's show some Mopar taillights. We're doing this just for Lexi.
All right, taillights on the
Taillights for Lexi. Okay.
Benji says, Lexi, you're going to be really mad when I leave those Hellcats.
I'll follow you.
Okay, good deal. Benji's going to take over the top Hellcat.
Here we go.
Winner here.
Now look at this. Now what's super cool about the Charger is that it's still I'll show you what's different on this one than stock. is that these taillights, you guys ever notice the Charger taillights at night? They're easy to identify. When you're driving down the road, you can go, that's a Charger.
Yeah, they kind of almost look like something's looking at you.
Yeah. The Hellcat here, this is custom. The factory didn't put the Hellcat letters there. That's from our great friends at Bill of Badges. They did, however, put a Hellcat down here. So this is the factory SRT and the image of the Hellcat there. But the Hellcat spelled out is custom, and we did that. Charger, again, that is factory stock right there. But back to those taillights. You see them at night, you know it's a Charger. And they're the same, I believe, on all levels of the Charger, meaning the base model all the way up through the Hellcat Red Eye. I think the taillights are all the same on all the Chargers. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right on that.
How do they change it with the Durango?
Now the Durango, it's still very much a family style. You see how they're prominent here, and then they taper to come on over here and allow the emblem here, the Dodge emblem here, and then they get pronounced here again. So still very much a similar style to all the modern Dodges here for the back taillights. And I like them. It really lets you pick out a Dodge at nighttime if you're following behind one. Right, Benji? So there you go. There's the taillights on that. So the question is, does the T-Rex...
T-Rex is over here.
Does the T-Rex have similar taillights to... And remember, it's a different brand now. It's Ram, it's not Dodge, but, you know, still the same thing. Come on back, and we'll take a look here, and we'll see if those lights come over the tailgate, and that's probably why they don't. So
Yeah.
no.
The
So
truck is a little
yeah, so in order to do that same design here, you'd have to bring the lights across the tailgate. So no, these are different. These are nice taillights too, and you've got these extractors here. I don't know if they're functional or if they're decorative, but they're very nice. And there we go on the T-Rex. Lexi, that was for you. Some Mopar taillight action happening for Lexi on Tuesday. Who else is watching us?
Says that's one sweet rear end, and I'm not talking about the cars.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Don't be getting me in trouble, guys.
Floyd says they're often referred to the Dodge taillights as racetrack lights because it makes a complete loop. Ah, he's right. Yeah.
Let's go back and look at that. You're absolutely right. I didn't know that. Who's telling me
Floyd.
something I didn't know? Benji?
Floyd? No, that's Floyd.
That's Floyd. Thank you so much for that. So it almost looks like a circuit track, right? I love it. I love it. That makes total sense to me now. You start the racetrack here. You come all the way around. Come all the way around. Boom. Yeah, the racetrack lights. Dig it. Thank you for teaching me something. I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's always fun.
And it didn't hurt. One thing when someone teaches you something and you're in pain for a week, right? It's another thing when someone teaches you something and it's good, useful information.
Lexi said she went to Vegas a few weeks back, and we rode it in the back of the TRX
Oh, good.
on Fremont Street.
Oh, there you go. Over there. I thought all that was blocked off. I thought it was all pedestrian
Gonna be in
traffic.
that area.
Oh, okay. There you go. Cool. All right, well, there you go. Taillight Tuesday. That was a whole lot of fun. Remember, come back over here, PJ, to center stage. Friday at noon, watch live while we give away these two Mustangs.
Now those lights above you will be on.
These lights will be on. I'll talk about it more tomorrow, but we're going to have some charity representatives here talking about how your donation really, really helps out children's, veterans, and other charities. And you'll meet the winner. Winner has already been drawn. Name is Mr. B from Kentucky. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. More great fun, more great action, more great grand prize cars, and an award ceremony. It's going to happen here live on Friday in our favorite place on earth. Lori, what's our favorite place on earth? That's right, the Dream Giveaway Garage. See you guys tomorrow.